So I'm here with Clive, the Managing Director here at Noma. So Clive, how long have Noma been trading in the UK?
Noma have been trading in the UK since 1939. We actually started in Chicago in 1926 as the National Outfit Manufacturers Association, so we go back a long way, and from that point of view we're probably amongst the oldest worldwide brand for Christmas lighting. But 1939 in the UK, my father took over the business, having been managing director for a while, in 1969, so it's a family business and continues to be a family business to this day.
And what distinguishes Noma from their competitors?
I think one of the big things that distinguishes us is that my fantastic staff who are all around me, and indeed those who are still back at the office, have been with me for a long, long time. You know, I've got people working with me who have been with me for over 20 years. I've got some people who've known me since I was 14 or 15, which is somewhat embarrassing at times. They've got an in-depth knowledge of me, they've got an in-depth knowledge of the product, they've got an in-depth knowledge of the manufacturing, the way we work, the ethos of the company, which is to be very upfront, very honest, very straightforward in dealing with customers. If we've got a problem, we'll investigate it. If we have a problem that we've investigated and it's genuine, we'll fess up to it, you know, no mucking about. My staff are brilliant. They know exactly what they need to do. I don't need to be on at them the whole time. I let them very much do their own thing because I know they're going to do it with the best interest of the customer at heart.
And what's new at Noma for 2011?
Well, for 2011, we've taken our range of pre-lit trees a little bit further to unlit trees, which may seem as if it's a retrograde step, but in fact we tried pre-lit trees for the first time last year, just to give us an indication of what sort of trees people want to buy from us, and we've been quite successful with that. But with the experience we learned last year, we were able to branch out, take unlit Christmas trees, because obviously our main business, as you will see all around us, are Christmas tree lights. So in a way, we actually want to provide the trees on which people want to put our lights. In terms of specific things, well, there are the usual sort of things that people introduce. There are shapes and things that flash and things that twinkle and so on. There's lots of specific bits and pieces. But the unlit trees are our main thrust for 2011.
And what are the challenges facing Noma in particular and trade in general in 2011?
I think one of our biggest problems actually is that people think that because we've been in business for so long and because we have such a good reputation for quality and reliability of service, that we're expensive. And we often get people saying, oh well, yeah, we don't buy from you because you're too expensive. And we challenge them. We say, well, all right, what price are you paying for this particular item? And they say, oh, we're paying £7.15. And we open the catalogue page and say, well, our price here is £6.94. What's expensive about that? And they go, oh my goodness, what about such and such? And you do it with 2 or 3 prices and they suddenly realise that actually Noma isn't expensive, and the challenge is to get people to understand that we're not expensive even though they think we are. In terms of the general trade, China is going through a bit of a problem period at the moment. A number of issues have come up last year. They came up very late. It meant deliveries for a lot of people were very late. We were very lucky through dint of hard work by our buying people in the Far East and our Far East team who kept the pressure on factories. We managed to make deliveries on time. Not everybody was as fortunate. Getting people to understand, getting customers to understand that ordering early this year is critical because they're used to the idea that you can order it and it's just there. In fact, this year, the trade in general is talking with one voice, which is quite amazing since we don't actually talk very much to each other, and saying, guys, you've really got to order early. So that's the challenge for this year, to get people to understand that ordering early is absolutely critical if they want to see the product on time.
And how is Noma dealing with these challenges?
We've started talking to people earlier ourselves. I did a 2,200-mile trip around the UK last year, which was fascinating. I was just a week ahead of the snow in all cases. And one of the things I was saying to people, my message was, please, whatever you want to do next year, let us know early. So I started in November last year saying to people, early ordering, early notification of what you want is critical. We're also doing some promotional activity this year, which is dated that expires towards the middle of January, which may extend by a few days, but not dramatically. So if people sort of say to us in March, well, I want the same deal, the answer will be no. The whole idea is that in order to promote the early order requirement, this is the date by which you've got to order, and there's a financial incentive for them to order early. So that's one of the ways in which we're challenging the question of people leaving it till after spring fair or after Easter or whatever. We really are saying to people, you've got to order early, and the way we're dealing with it is to say, here's the incentive financially for you to get those orders in nice and early.
Thank you very much, Clive. For more information about Noma, visit noma.co.uk.